Imagine stepping onto an island where you can see two different oceans at once, where the ground literally bubbles with boiling pitch, and where flaming red birds paint the evening sky. This is not a movie scene. This is Trinidad, an island so full of surprises, its geography will make you say, how on earth is that even possible? Today, we're counting down 50 insane Trinidad geography facts you never knew. And by the time we hit number 50, you'll never look at this island the same way again. Fact 1. Two oceans at the same time. At certain points along Trinidad's coast, you can actually see the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean meeting. The water changes color right in front of your eyes. Calm turquoise on one side, deep blue and choppy on the other. It's like standing on the line between two worlds. Fact 2. Home to the world's largest pitch lake. In La Brea lies the Pitch Lake, a 100-acre pool of natural asphalt, the largest on Earth. You can walk on it, swim in warm sulfur pools nearby, and even hear it gulp as it swallows sticks and stones. It's so massive, it's been used to pave roads in Europe and America. Fact 3. The 6th largest island in the West Indies. While many think of Trinidad as small, it's actually 4,828 square kilometers, bigger than some countries like Luxembourg. That means it's packed with mountains, rivers, plains, and beaches all in one island. Fact 4. Just a short swim from South America, Trinidad is only 11 kilometers from Venezuela. On a clear day, you can literally see the South American coastline from certain points in South Trinidad. Fact 5. An island that used to be part of a continent. Thousands of years ago, Trinidad wasn't an island at all. It was connected to Venezuela. When sea levels rose, it became separate, which is why Trinidad's plants and animals look more like South America's than the rest of the Caribbean. Fact 6. The scarlet ibis paints the sky red. In the Coroni Bird Sanctuary, every evening, flocks of scarlet ibis return to roost. Hundreds of bright red birds flying together turn the sky into a moving painting. Fact 7. Over 480 bird species in one island. For birdwatchers, Trinidad is a dream come true. It has more bird species per square mile than most countries, including toucans, hummingbirds, and herons. Fact 8. A coastline that goes on forever with 362 kilometers of coastline. Trinidad has every kind of beach imaginable. Soft white sand, golden bays, black volcanic shores, and jagged cliffs. Fact 9. The mud volcanoes of Piparo. In the village of Piparo, you can see mud volcanoes bubbling away. Cold, thick mud that pushes up from underground. Locals even use it as a skin treatment. Fact 10. The Northern Range Mountains. These lush green mountains stretch across the north of Trinidad, covered in rainforest, waterfalls, and hidden caves. They're the island's natural air conditioner. Fact 11. The island with a savanna. In the heart of the capital, Port of Spain, lies the Queen's Park Savannah, the largest roundabout in the world. It's bigger than many Caribbean towns. Fact 12. Rivers that flow year-round. Unlike many Caribbean islands that dry up in the dry season, Trinidad's rivers flow all year, thanks to its rainforest and mountain streams. Fact 13. The Asa Wright Nature Center, nestled in the hills. This protected area is home to rare birds, butterflies, and even armadillos. It's one of the top ecotourism spots in the world. Fact 14. The nylon pool in Tobago's backyard. While this fact involves Tobago, it's worth noting, the nylon pool is a shallow crystal clear sandbank in the middle of the sea, where you can stand waist deep surrounded by ocean. Fact 15. The Moruga scorpion pepper Trinidad is home to one of the hottest peppers on Earth. So fiery, it can make grown men cry in seconds. It grows in the village of Moruga, right by the sea. Fact 16. Bamboo Cathedral. This natural archway of towering bamboo in Chaguaramas creates a tunnel of green that feels like stepping into a fantasy world. Fact 17. Maracas Bay. One of the most famous beaches in the Caribbean. Maracas Bay has golden sands, powerful waves, and is surrounded by lush mountains. Fact 18. Leatherback turtle nesting grounds. Grande Riviere Beach is one of the world's top nesting spots for giant leatherback turtles. These creatures can weigh over 900 pounds. Fact 19. The Chaguaramas Peninsula. This area has hidden coves, military history, and some of the most beautiful hiking trails in Trinidad. Fact 20. Coroni Swamp Mangroves. This massive wetland acts as a natural flood defense and is home to caimans, crabs, and countless bird species. Fact 21. Temple in the Sea. Built on reclaimed land in Waterloo, this Hindu temple sits surrounded by ocean, a symbol of resilience and faith. Fact 22. Columbus Bay. Located at the southern tip, this bay has a view of 3 small islands and mysterious rock formations. Fact 23. Hidden waterfalls. From Paria to Turure, Trinidad has dozens of waterfalls, many hidden deep inside the rainforest. Fact 24. Gaspery Caves. These underground caves sparkle with crystals and have pools of clear blue water at the bottom. Fact 25. Pitch black beaches. At Vicini and other spots, the sand is naturally dark from volcanic minerals. Fact 26. The Ortoir River turns red. During certain times of year, this river glows with bioluminescent plankton, turning the water red and blue at night. Fact 27. Mountain villages above the clouds. In Lopino and Paramin, the mountain peaks are so high, they're often covered in mist. Fact 28. The Tokco Lighthouse. Standing guard over the meeting point of the Atlantic and Caribbean, this lighthouse is a reminder of the island's seafaring history. Fact 29. The Nariva Swamp, Trinidad's largest freshwater swamp, home to manatees, monkeys, and exotic birds. Fact 30. Trinidad's own savanna grasslands. Yes, the same flat, wide-open lands you'd expect in Africa exist in certain central parts of Trinidad. Fact 31. Chakachakari Island's ghost town. Just off Trinidad's northwest coast lies Chakachakari Island, a place frozen in time. In the early 1900s, it was home to a leper colony, a place where people suffering from Hansen's disease were sent, far away from the rest of society. Life here was lonely, cut off from the mainland, with only a small church, hospital, and simple homes. When the colony closed in the 1980s, nature took over. Today, the crumbling buildings are wrapped in vines, and the forest has reclaimed the roads. Walking here feels like stepping into a movie set, quiet, eerie, but strangely beautiful. Fact 32. Icacos Point. The southernmost tip of Trinidad is a wind-swept strip of land called Icacos Point. Standing here, you can look across the shimmering sea and see Venezuela just a few miles away. The beaches are wild and unspoiled, with driftwood scattered along the sand and pelicans gliding overhead. Fishermen launch their wooden boats from here, and the salty air carries a sense of being right on the edge of the map, the very last stop before South America. Fact 33. The Moa Forest. Deep in Trinidad's interior lies the Moa Forest, where colossal Moa trees rise like skyscrapers. These giants can grow over 50 meters tall, their thick trunks shooting straight up before spreading into a leafy canopy so dense that sunlight barely reaches the ground. The air here is cool and heavy with the scent of earth and leaves. It's a living reminder of what much of the island looked like before humans cleared land for farming. Fact 34. Moa Blue Peak. At 940 meters above sea level, Moa Blue is one of Trinidad's highest points. The journey to the top will winds through thick forest and mountain villages, with every turn offering a new glimpse of the valleys below. On a clear day, you can stand here and see both the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean at once. In the cooler months, the peak is often wrapped in a blanket of mist, making it feel like you're standing among the clouds. Fact 35. Bamboo and cocoa plantations. Trinidad's soil is rich and fertile, perfect for growing crops. Vast stretches of bamboo sway in the wind, creating green tunnels along rural roads. But the real treasure is cocoa. For centuries, Trinidad has grown some of the finest cocoa beans in the world, used to make luxury chocolates in Europe. Walking through a cocoa estate in harvest season is a sensory treat, the sweet smell of ripe pods mixing with the earthy scent of the trees. Fact 36. The Five Islands, just off the coast near Port of Spain, lies a cluster of small islets known as the Five Islands. Despite the name, there are actually more than 5. These islands are tiny paradises, some with old colonial buildings, others with hidden beaches perfect for picnics. Locals come here to fish, swim, and escape the city for the day. From a boat, the turquoise waters and white sand look like something out of a travel magazine. Fact 37. Bright coral reefs. Beneath Trinidad's coastal waters lies a vibrant underwater world. The coral reefs here are home to fish in every imaginable color, delicate sea fans, and bright sponges. Snorkeling or diving in these areas feels like entering a living painting. The reefs buzz with life, from darting parrotfish to slow-moving sea turtles grazing on seagrass. Fact 38. Freshwater Springs. Hidden in the hills are natural springs where pure, cool water bubbles up from deep underground. Locals sometimes hike to these spots to fill bottles, believing the water to be not only fresh, but also healthier than bottled brands. These springs are a reminder that nature still provides the most precious resource, clean water, for free. Fact 39. The Dragon's Mouth between Trinidad and Venezuela is a narrow stretch of water called the Dragon's Mouth. Here, powerful currents churn through the gap, creating fast-moving waters that sailors have feared for centuries. The name comes from early explorers who thought the rough seas looked like the mouth of a giant dragon, ready to swallow ships whole. Fact 40. The Coroni River. The Coroni River is one of the longest and most important rivers in Trinidad. It starts in the mountains, winds through farmland and towns, and eventually flows into the Coroni Swamp before meeting the sea. For centuries, it's been a lifeline, providing water for crops, transportation, and fishing. Fact 41. Wet and dry seasons. Trinidad's weather runs on two rhythms, the wet season and the dry season. From June to December, heavy rains turn the island lush and green, rivers swell, and waterfalls roar. From January to May, the dry season sets in. Skies turn bright blue, and the air becomes warm and crisp. Fact 42. Hummingbird Capital Trinidad is nicknamed the Land of the Hummingbird because it has so many species of these tiny, shimmering birds. You can spot them flitting through gardens, hovering at flowers, their wings beating so fast they're almost invisible. Fact 43. Sugarcane Legacy. For centuries, sugarcane fields blanketed central Trinidad, shaping the landscape and the economy. The fertile flatlands of the Coroni Plains were perfect for growing cane, and many communities still trace their roots back to this agricultural past. Fact 44. Mount St. Benedict Monastery. Perched on a hill in the northern range, the Mount St. Benedict Monastery is a place of peace and reflection. It overlooks the valleys below, with cool breezes and the soft sound of church bells in the air. Visitors come not just for prayer, but for the stunning view and the famous bread baked by the monks. Fact 45. The longest highway in the Caribbean. The Solomon Hochoy Highway runs almost the full length of Trinidad, connecting the north to the south. Driving it takes you through a cross-section of the island's geography, from urban centers to open farmland. Fact 46. Trinidad's natural harbors. Port of Spain and Chaguaramas have some of the safest natural harbors in the Caribbean. Sheltered from storms, they've been important docking spots for centuries, from colonial trading ships to modern yachts. Fact 47. Rainforest that meets the sea. In places like Blanchisseuse, dense green rainforest runs right down to the shoreline. Standing here, you can see towering trees just meters away from crashing waves. Two worlds colliding in one breathtaking scene. Fact 48. Hidden coves for fishing. Along Trinidad's rugged north coast, there are secret little bays where fishermen cast their nets and families gather for picnics. These coves, like Las Cuevas, feel untouched by time, a quiet escape from busier beaches. Fact 49. A volcano that never erupts. Trinidad's mud volcanoes are geological oddities. Instead of lava, Tihé bubble with thick, cold mud, sometimes erupting in slow, gentle bursts. They're harmless to humans, but endlessly fascinating to watch. Fact 50. An island of contrasts. Trinidad is a land where opposites live side by side. You can go from an asphalt lake to a coral reef in one afternoon, from a misty mountain peak to a golden beach before sunset. It's a place where nature shows off everything it has, all packed into one unforgettable island. And there you have it, 50 insane geography facts about Trinidad that prove this island is so much more than just sun and beaches. From eerie ghost towns to the meeting of two mighty oceans, Trinidad is a place where every corner tells a story. If you learned something new today, make sure to hit that like button, share this with a friend who loves to travel, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into another incredible place on Earth. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and never stop being curious.